I would like to start off this video by saying I'm pissed. And I mean, I'm really pissed. And that's saying a lot because I have seen some of the most bullshittiest bullshit possible on this platform. I have seen fucking YBA 1 year content drought. I have seen other bullshit like TDS Act 3. I have seen so much bullshit on this platform, it is unbelievable. I have seen Pet Simulator X, Pet Simulator 99, Murder Mystery Duo, so much shit. Like, for a game to be this bad and for me to make a video about it, it takes a lot. And I genuinely mean that. Because I don't just make videos like this on anything. I really don't. Like, it takes a lot for me to sit down and make a video and actually edit it. Because sitting down and editing a video is so unbelievably boring sometimes, dude. It is so boring. But as soon as I saw this, I knew what I had to do. Because this is probably, I kid you not, the worst murder mystery game I've ever played. And not just that, this is probably top 3 worst Roblox games I've ever played. And I am not exaggerating. This is terrible. This is awful. And this is complete utter pay-to-win garbage. There is no redeeming factors to this game at all. And I am being dead serious. This is atrocious. So, without further ado, I would like to show you the dumpster fire that is Killer Mystery. I hope you enjoy. Welcome back. I know I have tons of videos on the back burner. I know I have a whole game on the back burner, but this is urgent. Like, I cannot ignore this. I have to make this video right now because I cannot believe this. This is probably one of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life. And I've played total shit. I have played Steal a Brain Rot. I have played Blox Fruits. You cannot convince me Blox Fruits is not shit, by the way. I have played so many atrocious games in my life, and I'm not even, this probably takes the cake as one of the worst I've played. And it definitely takes the cake for the worst murder mystery I've played. And I'm just going to go in here totally unscripted and just give you my thoughts because, wow, I cannot believe this. So I would like to start off and explain what this game is. So going into this, I actually did not know a whole lot about this game. I only know about this game because back when I was releasing my game, this game was supposed to come out in June, and I kind of considered this like competition. Not really competition because this game had like way more hype around it than my game did. But it did give me like a little bit of like, okay, I got something, you know, I got something to kind of work towards, right? I'm going to be competing, again, not actually competing, but I'm going to be competing with this game, basically. So, yeah, you know, kind of gave me a little bit more motivation, a little bit more hype while working on my game. And then I didn't really see this game. I kind of just forgot about it for, like, a while. I totally forgot about it. And then a couple months ago, I hear about it again. And then this month, it releases. So, yeah, it got fucking delayed like 6 months. And I would just like to start off by saying, if you have a game that is delayed by this much and it's like made like this, I'm just telling you right now, the devs were not doing jack shit. I've seen this shit before. I saw this with Eternal Battlegrounds. Like, dude, there was no work getting done on this game, and I already know that because there's not a ton of bugs. Like, the game is honestly pretty polished. I will give it that. But, like, still, like, I just know they were doing jack shit. Also, a quick voiceover, because I didn't notice this when the video was being made. But, dude, they sponsored so many people to, like, glaze this game. They got a ton of people to, like, make videos on the game and say this game is, like, better than MM2 and whatnot. This game is not better than MM2. Go play MM2. But, dude, just, that's kind of crazy. This, I mean, like, you know, good marketing, I guess, but Jesus fuck. Like, the glaze in some of these videos is, like, abhorrent. Like, it is abhorrently bad how much they glaze these games. Like, holy shit. Okay, anyway, that's over now. I just know it. Because this game was supposed to come out 6 months ago. Are you fucking kidding me? 6 months? Dude, you guys took like a year to finish this fucking game? Are you kidding me? This is not a game that should take a year to make. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm not saying game developing is easy, but if you have been in the game developing like space for any amount of time, you know it should not take a whole year to make a game like this. This is unbelievable how long this game took to create. It should not have come out like this, dude. There is not even trading. They literally did this shit like Crafty, bro. To my knowledge, there's no trading in this game. I don't know if there's like a level requirement or anything. And if there is trading, it needs to be communicated way better because I literally could not figure out how to trade. So if there is trading in the game, feel free to correct me in the comments. If there's not, what the fuck? What? There's no trading after a year of development! A year, and you're telling me like one of the core features of most murder mystery games, trading, isn't even there? I mean, Jesus fuck, I don't even know what to expect anymore. Crafty's game literally came out with like 20% of the features, and that shit also took like 9 months. But still, dude, are you kidding me? You should not be releasing an incomplete game. I do not care. Like, I don't give a fuck if it is a beta, bro. You don't even have trading. They did the same shit with Assassin X, bro. Like, oh my god. You should release a game with trading. It should be there. The fact it is not there is a huge problem in my opinion. And again, I know this is a beta, but I will always say this about betas and alphas. If it is shit, it is shit. And I will call it shit till the day I die. Because I called MMD shit. And I'm going to be honest, the game improved a little bit. But it did not improve much because he literally added game modes and removed them. Like, you cannot just slap the label of beta on a game and just say, you can't shit talk my game now. My game is fine. It's in a beta. It's incomplete. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. You should at least, like, release a semi-finished product. It should have everything, like, there, right? A beta should have everything there, but it should be, like, a little buggy, of course. That's the thing. But, like, you know, it should have everything that's going to be in the final game there and ready. It should not have, like, half the features. And obviously this game doesn't have half the features, but it is missing a core feature. So that's, like, one of the first issues I noticed. Another issue is the UIs. The UI in this game is horrendous. And listen, I'm not a professional UI designer, but I am very into making UIs. It is probably, like, one of my favorite things to do in game developing. I fucking love making UIs. And I will say this, I have, like, zero knowledge with actual professional UI design. I just do what I like to do. But I will tell you right now, whoever made this UI literally is just catering it towards kids. And listen, I know it's a kids game, and holy fuck, I will get onto that later. But Jesus Christ, this is like the most atrocious UI I have ever seen. First of all, why is store and crates two separate things? What the fuck? I'm sorry, but it should be shop, Game Pass shop. That's how it should be. Why in God's name is it crates and then store? Like, that is a whole nother can of worms, but what the fuck are you doing, dude? That is just confusing. Like, every time I'm in a game and the store is actually, like, a Game Pass store, it's like, I'm like, why, dude? Like, why? And then the store is something else. It's just confusing. Like, right out of the gate, that's already, like, confusing for some players. Like, it's just annoying. The crates are kind of weird. I don't know why I'll just call them perks because I'm used to calling them that. I don't know why the perks/gadgets are in a case. I think that's stupid. Like, that was one of the first things I noticed, and, like, I don't know why it's like that, but, like, the crates are okay. The crate UI is so bad. This is genuinely some of the worst UI design I have ever seen. Like, first of all, you're using, like, the ugliest font ever, which I could pass this off, okay? It's fine. It's just the font. But then, you have the cases on the sidebar, and it's like a scroll thing. It's just like, why? And each of the cases is like this huge, it's like its own huge tab, which I don't like. And then when you open the crate, like the UI thing, there's like 5 buttons. There's like lucky cases, there's like buy more, there's like pity. It's like, dude, there's so much shit on the screen. Like, this is so confusing for any kids who are playing this game. And listen, I know I'm not one to talk because my game is probably like the most confusing game for any kid to just open up and just go into. But still, dude, what the fuck is this? There's too much. Like, you could literally condense this down to, like, a button or two, and that's it. That's all you would have to do. You could make this look so much better. You could have, like, a toggle for half this shit. There's so much stuff you could do with this UI that they just don't do. It is so much. There's too much stuff on the screen. And, like, even if there wasn't too much stuff on the screen, the UI design would still be shit. The navigation would still suck. I hate how this looks. I don't like it at all. So then there's the inventory, which, like, it's just a normal inventory. But instead of just clicking on an item and, you know, just equips automatically, you have to click on it and then equip it, which I don't know why you would add an extra step to that, in my opinion. I think that is such a waste of time. I know it is like half a second, but still, it's kind of inconvenient, like very slightly. So I won't bag on that too much, but still, that's fucking weird. The inventory, I mean, it's fine. Like, it's just a normal inventory UI. Still looks like shit in my opinion. Like, I really do not like how this UI looks at all. And I think, like, the more items you have, the weirder it looks and the worse it looks. It just looks so, like, I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like if I had, like, a shitload of items, it would be, like, really hard to navigate through all my items. Like, I don't know. I don't have a bunch of items, and I'm not going to play the game again. So, but I feel like if I had, like, a shitload of items, it would be really difficult to, you know, scroll through all that shit. But anyway, besides that, you know, just basic UI, not much there. Now I would like to get onto the store. This is probably one of my biggest problems with the game, because this is the most cash grab shit I've ever seen. You have game passes that are more expensive than MM2 game passes. This game is like the pet simulator of murder mystery games. I would like you to look at this. Now, there's a couple things you can say about this, okay? One thing I will say, and I did say this in my raw footage, these item designs are really good. I will give this game the benefit of the doubt. This game has amazing item design. I love the designs of the items in this game. They are really good designs. So, props to whoever made the items, because I think these are great looking items. Back to shitting on the game. Holy shit! $200 for 100K, $250 for 100 cases. You gotta be kidding me. That is insane. That is literally obscene. And I guess I could pass that off if these chances were higher. But holy fuck! 1 in 100,000? 1 in 100,000. One exists. And that's probably a dev who owns that item. 1 in 100,000 for a Robux case. That means 1 in every 100,000 cases, you will get one of these. I'm just going to do some quick math real quick, because I don't know how much Robux that would be. Yo, that is 25 million Robux. That is like, oh my, that's like $250,000 worth of Robux. I hope you realize how insane these chances are in these Robux crates. That is fucking stupid for a Robux item. I could maybe pass that off if it was just a normal case. Like, that's already insane. That's just a normal case with that much. But a Robux item? You gotta be kidding me. I am, like, heavily against having, like, gambling cases. I don't care that it shows the chances. I just think it's really scummy. And I think if you're gonna have, like, Robux items in a case, then I think it should cost a lot less than it does. Like, I think it should cost way less. And I think it should cost, like, not much, and I also think the chances should be way lower. Like, that's just my take. This is insane. This is some shit you would see in Pet Simulator. Actually, I'm pretty sure in Pet Simulator it's not even as bad as this. That's how greedy this game is, dude. That's how fucking money, like, this game is such a cash grab. This has prices worse than Pet Simulator. That is insanely difficult to do. And it has prices worse than MM2 as well, which is already super expensive. Look at this. An item pack for 5,000 Robux? Are you kidding me? 5,000 Robux. Do you guys realize how insanely expensive that is? That's like $50. $50. Oh my god, dude. Like, it is literally just a cash grab. Like, that's just what that is. That is just a cash grab. A blatant fucking cash grab. That is insane. The VIP Game Pass is also like 1,000 Robux, which, like, okay, I guess it's passable, but that's still really expensive, like, for most VIP game passes, because, dude, holy shit. Holy shit. So, this game is just completely pay to win, and also I'd like to point out that for the more Robux you spend, the more, like, rewards it gives you. It is literally encouraging you to spend money. There is a whole reward system for the more Robux you spend. That's insane, dude. Like, I cannot even defend that. That is just blatant right there. I cannot defend that. There's no devil's advocate here. The only devil's advocate here is that they're making fucking money. That's it, dude. Like, dude, they're literally just wiping your ass with all the money they're going to make off of this fucking game, too. I can guarantee you. I would genuinely rather bend my hard cock in half and snap it and then twist it into a pretzel and deal with the excruciating pain than defend this game and also play it again. Because, holy shit. Like, genuinely, there's no defending this. I'm sorry, but if you like this game, good on you. There's no defending this. This Game Pass shop is some of the scummiest shit I've ever seen. This is, like, on par with some of the shit Pet Simulator did in its prime. This is insane. And another thing that's actually, it's kind of cool, but also I think this is kind of bad. This game has, like, shiny items. Now, I actually kind of like this, and I'm going to explain why, but I think having shiny items is cool. But I think if you're going to have shiny items, you should have, like, a thing where you could merge, like, 2 or 3 of one item and turn it into a shiny instead of having it just be random chance, because who fucking knows how hard it is to get a shiny? Like, I don't know what the chances are in the game, but I guarantee you it's super low. Like, I guarantee you it's some bullshit, like, 1% per item. That is, like, really stupid for super rare items, and that's why, like, if you're gonna add shinies, you gotta execute it correctly. And I guarantee you they don't execute it correctly, because there's no crafting in this game, there's no salvage, so yeah, you can't really merge items. Also, no crafting. Like, I don't think crafting is, like, a given. Like, I don't think it has to be in every game, but I think it's still, like, pretty important, and I think it adds, like, a bit of goals to the game. Like, I think crafting is one of the most important parts of a murder mystery, and I mean, if your game doesn't have it, that doesn't mean your game's shit. It just, you know, I think it adds a lot. So I won't nitpick that, because unlike Crafty's game, which had crafting confirmed and it wasn't even in, like, the core game, unlike Crafty's game, I don't know if this is going to have crafting in it, but I guess we'll see. But my prediction is it probably won't. Like, I highly fucking doubt it. So, Shinies, I mean, it's honestly cool. Like, I really do like the effect in the UI for the Shiny when you hover over it. What I don't like is the particle effects on the Shinies. Dude, this looks like shit. Dude, you could have had, like, a force field or something, or, I don't know, you could have had, like an outline, like a glow or some shit. No, it's fucking sparkles. And I'm pretty sure this is, like, the default Roblox particle, too, just, like, without, like, oh my god, this is shit, dude. Like, dude, that was such a letdown for me, honestly. I was like, oh, there's shinies. Like, I was like, I remember when MME was being developed, I kind of wanted to add shinies. Let me see how this is. And then it looks like shit. It's just terrible. It's like, oh my god, you're kidding me. Like, that was really disappointing. So, there's that. I mean, there's the lobby. The lobby's fine. I actually do kind of like the lobby a little, but I'll get on to how they design their maps later, because I do have some stuff to say about that. But I'm a little on edge about that, because I really can't tell if I'm being too harsh about the maps or not. But I'll get on to that later. So, something I'd like to mention with more of the pay-to-win shit is that there's leaderboards. And one of the leaderboards is for the most amount of coins. So, you know, I could just, you know, spend all my Robux, and I would be at the top of the coin leaderboard. It is totally fucking pay to win. You can literally pay your way to the top of this leaderboard. I just want to point that out. That is retarded. Something I do kind of like Crafty for doing is, like, not making it so you can't just pay your way to the top of his leaderboards. And I think that should be a given for, like, any leaderboard. You can pay your way to the top of these leaderboards, though. Great feature. That is such good game design. You know, if you have money, you could be at the top. Fucking great. Yeah, dude, what do you mean this game's a cash grab? Morgan, what are you talking about? This game's not a cash grab. This game is fucking worse than Jeffrey Epstein, bro. I'm sorry. It is terrible. Like, I would rather defend Epstein than defend this game, bro. This game is shit. It is terrible. This is the worst murder mystery I've ever seen. Now, let's get on to the core part of the game, which is the rounds. So, you got gadgets and shit, and you could, like, hit people with that. I kind of touched on that a little earlier with how the gadgets are like random chance from getting from cases. I don't like this at all because I think you should just be able to buy any of the gadgets, and better gadgets are more expensive instead of them being random chance from cases. Having it RNG based is retarded. I don't think it should be like that for the perks. I think it's okay with like items and stuff, like most games do that. But with perks, nah. It really shouldn't be like that. I think that's stupid. But that's not really that bad, so it's alright. I'll just give it a... It's like on edge, you know? But the perks get really, really fucking overpowered. There's another thing I'm going to touch on too. There's like a secondary perk kind of thing, but I'll touch on that in a second. Like, the perks can get really overpowered. So, you know, if you get super lucky, you can use overpowered perks. But if you get unlucky, you're stuck with that damn pan. Yeah. It is fucking stupid. It is stupid. It is bad game design. Really bad game design. You know? And also, if you spend a shit ton of money and unbox that, you know, you could get the best perks. All of them. That's great. Great game design, am I right? And, of course, this is the most expensive case, too, by the way. So, yeah, anyway, core mechanics around, you know the drill. Innocent, murderer, sheriff, and then everyone's got perks, including murderer and sheriff, which I actually do like that a lot. That is cool. I like that. But the perks are shit. Anyway, so, like, you know, murder, sheriff, it's literally just normal. You really can't mess that up. It's kind of hard to mess up murderer, sheriff, innocent. So, they didn't mess that up. But, again, it's kind of hard to screw that up. What they did screw up is this map design. Holy shit. You can literally see the pixels in these textures. These textures suck. When I was recording the footage, my first thought was like, dude, this looks like the Roblox Area 51 map. Like, I'm being dead serious too. Because these textures suck. And just like the Area 51 map, almost none of this shit has depth. There's like no depth, dude. It just looks so flat. And it sucks too because some of the models, like the normal models themselves, like untextured, probably look pretty good. But then they slap all these shitty textures on them. And it looks really bad. I don't like how they look. So the maps are bland. And, you know, the gameplay is pretty normal gameplay. The animations are okay. The stab animation looks stupid as fuck. Here's where I have a really big problem. When you spectate players, you can spend like a super low amount of coins to buff a player you are spectating. It has like a minute cooldown, but still. This right here is probably one of the worst features in the game. Why is this a thing? Like, I'm being for real, this has no reason to be in the game, and all it does is promote teaming. This is shitty. This has no reason to be in the game. Like, the buffs this shit gives to is so OP. You could, like, just be watching your friend, and you could just boost them away from the murderer. Like, why the fuck is that a thing? Why is that a thing? And it costs, like, 2 coins, too. Like, the most expensive one is 5 coins. Listen, like, personally, I don't think this should be in here at all. I don't think that should be a feature at all. But if it is going to be a feature, make it way more expensive. Because, holy shit. Like, this is too OP for its own good. It is overpowered as fuck. This just ruins matches, in my opinion. Literally, anyone could boost anyone. You could boost the murderer. You could boost the sheriff. You could boost the innocents. It is stupid. I hate it so much. I genuinely think this is one of the worst features in the game. But, Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude. I'd also like to point out that I got kicked by the owner for saying the game was bad. So, if you're watching this, thanks for kicking me, dude. That was pretty funny. I mean, there's really not much else to say about this game, because the rest of the game itself is just bland as fuck. Like, seriously. I mean, I could shit on, like, the rest of the UIs, which every single UI in this game is pretty fucking bad. There's so much empty space in places, and it looks awkward as fuck. Like, you would expect a game with, like, a year of development time to be way better than this, and it somehow isn't. Anyway, I would like to show you the raw footage of me playing this game. So, without further ado, here is that. Hey guys, I know I have like 6 videos on the back burner that are still not uploaded, but you know what? I thought I would speak about this real quick. My server's been talking about this game recently that just released. It is called Killer Mystery, and this game has been hyped up for like I think around a year, and I haven't played it much. So I wanted to play it a little bit and give my thoughts on this. Is this game better than MMD? Yes, it's like slightly better. But honestly, saying a game is better than MMD is like, that's not a fucking flex, bro. It is so easy to make a better game than MMD. Anyway, let's get this started, okay? Right off the bat, oh my god, okay. Right off the bat, like, I want to point this out, like, the UIs in this game, like, the design isn't terrible, like, that's pretty cool, right? The problem with this game, like, with the UIs in this game, is that the navigation is terrible, dude. Navigating these UIs is, like, awful. I don't know why I have a frying pan, but you know what? It's whatever. I don't even know what's going on, dude. I don't know why the fuck I have a frying pan on my back. What is this? Okay. I mean, I guess that's pretty cool, but I don't know why you have a chance of getting these. I think this would be better if it's like how it is in literally every other fucking game, where instead of having to unbox these and having to gamble for these, you could just buy them for money, and each of these costs like a lot more coins than the next. I don't know why this is how it is. This is like really stupid, and it's kind of pay to win, and not really. I mean, you could make the same argument for the other games, but like it's easier to get it if they just cost more. Like if this cost like 17,000 coins or whatever, I think it would be better than, you know, probably maybe spending like 50,000 coins and then not getting it. I just don't like that. I think that's kind of bad game design. Also, I need to point this out. Lucky crates. Yeah, these cost Robux, and it's not cheap either. It's 100 Robux. It's not a ton of Robux, but that's fucking a lot, okay? I think this lucky crate thing is just entirely pay to win. Like, I don't know why this is a thing. This is kind of stupid, though. I think it would be better if it just was like, this was another thing that costs like more coins. Like, this would cost like 3-4 times the coins or something. I think it would be better. And then pity. I actually think this is a good system. Like, pity is a good system. I think that's perfectly fine. Pity's great because it gives you a higher chance of getting like the rarer stuff. All right, anyway, let me get back onto the UI. So first of all, they're using Luckiest Guy font, and I'm no stranger to Luckiest Guy font, okay? I've actually used this. I used this with my Game Pass icons. Let me just go over this shit. Like, you're using Luckiest Guy font, and I'm just gonna say this right off the bat, okay? This font fucking sucks. At least when you overuse it. I think this font is perfectly fine if you're using it a little bit, but dude, it's a fucking ugly font if it's used too much. And like, it is used too much in right here. I don't like, it's literally on every part of my screen, which that is just that's not like a terrible thing, I guess. Like, it's not super bothersome. It's just like, okay, it's kind of a bad font. It's not bad, I guess. But then the UI is like designed like this. I can't even believe I haven't mentioned this yet, but this is probably one of the worst shop UIs I've ever seen. I think these backgrounds for each rarity is really awesome. I actually really like that, okay? That is fucking cool. The problem is that, what the fuck? Why is there a sidebar for the cases? Dude, when I first opened this game, it took me like 10 seconds to like take in what I was seeing. Like, there's so much shit. All of this could just be normal, dude. You could just have one button that like toggles this, right? And there should also be a toggle for this. Like, you could buy a lucky crate, you could buy this. Like, there's just too many buttons here. There is too much shit going on here. And also, it just looks ugly. There's so much empty space. I know, like, I'm gonna be critiquing stuff that a lot of people might not critique, like, oh, there's empty space here, but genuinely, the fact that there's empty space here just bothers me. I don't know why it is, but this empty space here bothers me. Jesus fuck. Oh my god. Sorry, I did take that in. 25,000 Robux. Do you guys understand how much Robux this is? Dude, that's like $200. Jesus Christ. All that just for... Dude, look at the chance. That is crazy. One of them exists, too. That is absolutely obscene for a Robux case. Genuinely, that is obscene how rare that is to get. I'm pretty sure that is like... That's like 1 in 100,000, I'm pretty sure. Like, my math might be incorrect, but I'm pretty sure that's like 1 in 100,000. You are gonna get this every 100,000 cases, dude. Like, that, statistically, you're probably gonna get this 1 in every 100,000 cases. That is like spending this much like 1,000 times over, dude. That is like, dude, that is shit. This is terrible, bro. This is buns. Like, why? You do not need shit that is this rare in a Robux case, bro. Offers. Jesus. 5,000. Dude, I am shitting on this game, but I want to give it a benefit of the doubt here and say these designs are awesome. Whoever made these designs, like, good on you, because these are good designs. It is not 5,000 Robux good, though. Dude, this is like, this is more expensive than MM2 bundles. And that is insane. Like, why does this game have bundles that are more expensive than MM2? And it's broken. It's broken, too. Yep, it's broken. Dude, this is like such an easy bug to fix. I'm sorry, but I have to point this out. This is the easiest bug to fix, dude. You have a game that took a year to come out, and you have bugs like this in your game, bro. You got bugs like this, where you know, they stay big after you hover over them. That's great. That's really good, bro. I don't know. It's just so far, like, my impressions are this game is not only a hella pay to win, but the UI design is kind of bullshit. The more Robux you spend, oh my god, okay, I get it. The more Robux you spend, you get rewards. Okay, that is insane. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That is one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen in a game. This is basically encouraging you to spend money. And it gives you, like, oh my god. Dude, no one's ever, dude, there's gonna be like 2 of these. If that. There's gonna be like a couple of these. It's gonna be so rare. You never want knives this rare in the economy unless it's like a competition knife. That is like the only time I would say it's okay, because like with the comp knives, it's like you're actually working for it. With that, dude, you're just fucking spending money. Playtime rewards. I'm not surprised at this shit. Dude, again, there's so much empty space here. There is so much empty space. Or no, these are daily rewards. Okay. I mean, I don't really have a problem with daily rewards. I can't say anything about that. Quests are good. At least you can get coins. But Jesus fuck, look how many coins this gives you, bro. You can't even buy, dude, you can't even buy cases with that shit. I will also, this is another thing I'll say. I would never get by games that make getting cases super grind. So, what the fuck? You could boost people? In spectate. You can boost people. You can boost people in spectate. That's cool, I guess. Oh my god. Okay. I was just spectating people in the lobby. How do you have bugs like that, bro? I'm spectating in the lobby, dude. Fix your fucking game. I mean, okay, I can't really shit on these maps a lot, but from what I'm seeing, dude, these designs look like the maps look really flat, and the textures are the only thing that's saving them, bro. Hold on. Like, I'm not gonna say too much yet. But just from looking at that map and looking at this map too, like, dude, there's no depth. It's just textures. Like, there's no depth. And I mean, like, I'm not a map designer at all. Like, I am far from a map designer. My strong suits is like UI design and scripting. But like, dude, look at this shit. There's no fucking depth. There's literally no depth, dude. It's just, you're just slapping a texture on there. Dude, the texture is overlapping the fucking nails, too. I really do not know much about map design, but I feel like this is just not great. Like, I feel like you should have a lot more depth, because, I don't know, something about these maps just makes it feel like a PS2 game. Am I being too harsh here? I really can't tell, because, like, it just feels really flat. Dude, this looks like fucking Gmod. Dude. That's what I'm thinking of. It looks like fucking Gmod. Yeah, not gonna lie, like, the only thing I really like about this game is the lobby and the item design. This lobby's great. I'll say that. This lobby's very good. Bro, I can see the pixels on these textures, too. Are you fucking kidding me? How the fuck do I trade, dude? Like, genuinely, how do I trade? Yeah, no, I'm not being too harsh, bro. This looks like shit. This looks like shit, too. What is this? Look at these textures. Okay, I don't even think it's the lack of depth. I think it is genuinely how low quality these textures are. What the fuck? Hello? Oh. He's got like a 10-second cooldown. Are you shitting me? That is what happened. Dude, this is... Dude, that is retarded. I could literally just get debuffed by a random player when they're spectating me. Like I was saying earlier, that is a shitty feature. Why is that even a thing? That is terrible. Like I said, it literally just promotes, like, teaming. That's the only thing it promotes. Jesus Christ, you're kidding me, right? Bro, this plant isn't even all the way in the bro. I'm not even trying to find shit to nitpick. Like, I'm literally just finding this stuff while playing. Yeah, no. Genuinely, this is how the maps feel. Like, I'm not even being harsh. This is just, like, immediately as soon as I saw the maps, I'm like, this is what the maps look like, bro. Okay, yeah, no, literally, dude, it is so buns, bro. This game is buns. You cannot convince me this game is not shit, dude. Bro, I can't trade. It's in your settings and you just can't trade. Dude, am I retarded? Like, took a year to come out, by the way. This took a year to come out. And just like MMD, if there's no trading, that is fucking embarrassing. Your game should have trading. This game is not gonna live for long, bro. Like, you shouldn't be adding like the duels game modes and other separate game modes until like your game has like actual traction. Dude, you could pay. Okay. You could just pay your way to the top with coins, bro. If I spent 20,000 Robux right now, I'd be at the top of the leaderboard. I'm not trying to be the richest killer. Oh, ooh. Shiny yellow revolver. Okay, I got a shiny. I will say that's also kind of cool, having like shiny items. I feel like that's kind of, if there's a shiny of every item, I think that's a little too much. Oh my god, it's just shitty effects, bro. That is just really shitty effects, like genuinely. You gotta be kidding me, dude. That's what a shiny is? You add particles to it that look like shit? Dude, these are like default particles that are sped up. I'm not even kidding. What is that? No, this game is actually hot ass, bro. You cannot convince me otherwise, bro. There is like 4 good features in this whole game. He's literally the owner, bro. What the fuck? Oh, did he kick me? Nah, no way. He kicked me. He kicked me. Yo, that's crazy. Is he still here? Yeah, he is. He gave me sad sticker. This admin abuse is shit, bro. Give us some good. Give us something good, bro. I actually cannot believe that this fucking happened. I got kicked by the fucking creator, bro. I saw the creator himself, and I called his game Buns. This game is shit. Genuinely don't play this. This is like a piece of shit game. It is totally fucking pay to win. You could literally pay your way to the top. You can pay your way to the top right here. You could pay your way to the top. Maybe not here or here. You could pay your way to the top here. This is obscene. This is some shit you'd see in Pet Simulator. You would see this in Pet Simulator, dude. You shouldn't see this in a murder mystery game, bro. You don't even see this in MM2, bro. That is abhorrent. Look at this. These are some of the worst Game Pass prices I have ever seen. A game of this caliber has no reason to have Game Passes this expensive. Genuinely. It is actually embarrassing how bad this game is. You have a year of development, and the only saving grace your game has is fucking Robux items, dude. Don't even get me started on this. I don't care that it's the original. That is like, this is a completely... You could revive people, bro. You could revive people. This honestly feels worse than MMD to me. Like, a game with this much hype should never be like this bad. Anyway, dude, there's really not much else I can say about this game. If you actually defend this game, you're dumb as fuck, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but just like Pet Simulator, there's genuinely no defending this game. It is total pay-to-win garbage. The gameplay is fucking terrible. It is boring. There is, like, little to no redeeming factors about this game. You can't even trade your items, bro. What the fuck are you gonna do with your items? They just sit there. Like, oh, dude, I don't know. This game is shit, man. I cannot believe people had to wait a year for this. It is actually one of the most disappointing games I've ever played. I really wasn't too hyped about this game. I mean, I didn't know about it a whole lot, but like, dude, people were hyping this up so much. Like, they were hyping this game up like it was Jesus who was creating this game, but in reality, it's not. This game is genuinely, objectively, total garbage. If you like this game, I'm sorry, but I'm being dead serious. You are wrong. I'm sorry, you are wrong. There is no redeeming factors about this game. I'm sorry. It's just that bad. So, I mean, if you enjoy this game, that's fine, I guess. You can enjoy this game. It doesn't bother me. But if you actively defend this game, you are genuinely wrong. Because this is a blatant cash grab. The developers do not give a fuck about you. I hope you realize that. The developers do not give a fuck whether you like the game or don't like it. Because all that this game was made for was money. That's it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. You might see a new video at some point. I don't know. You may not. You may, you know. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I don't fucking know. See ya.